Alright, here we go. Hi everyone, welcome to the stream, welcome to my second stream for beating Seymour Natus. Just checking with my sound engineer if everything's okay, if my voice is loud enough and it doesn't overpower the game music. I think so. I put it down since last time, so it should be fine. Are we good? Are we good? Yeah? Okay, we're good. We're good to go. Hi Corifia, thanks. I'm glad you're feeling so sure about this. Okay, so last time was really a big fail. But hey, thanks. Okay, so last time was really maybe not a big fail. It's more about like maybe ignorance of it or not knowing enough about the mod. So and maybe the base game, to be honest. But let's. I didn't claim to be a Final Fantasy expert. So okay, last time I used a strategy using the null elements, but that wasn't a good go. I soon realized that depends on having a turn with Yuna every time before Seymour's, and that's just not feasible. So I needed to try something else. So I've done some research. So I've looked to Dan's Go 8's run on YouTube. I didn't look at it entirely. I just wanted to see in the first phase what he did. But soon I found out that he played a very early version of the mod where he had abilities with Auron, like he had abilities with Auron like you. So I think he had a lot of yellow spheres. That's something I do not have, so I didn't really look further into it. However, I saw in the comments, and also from you, Carifian, because I talked to you for a second, that the first phase is just preparing for the second phase. So what we need to do here is have a lot of shell, actually. So shell here is the way to go. It's an ability that halves the magical damage and just makes sure that it stays on. So it doesn't rely on you now recasting it every time. So it stays on, and it just halves the damage of halves the magic damage. So that's actually something that will work. However, what also did screw me was the Desperado, and now I know why. The Desperado also takes into account all these null elements. So if I have more than 3 buffs on in the front line, I will be screwed. So and that also includes Waka's SOS ability. So if you have SOS Shell or Protect, that will also count for this Desperado. So I see now why I got Desperadoed a lot. That's because of all of the null spells. However, I will leave Waka's SOS on. Just because it helps, and just because I know it can help at some point. However, I did try a lot of stuff before. Before this live stream, I did do a little practice before I did this. Tried some stuff, checked what worked and what didn't work. Now what definitely didn't work was Reflect. That was something we saw in the previous live stream. Reflect did not work, didn't really think about Seymour, of course, being immune to Reflect. And when I cast Reflect, he Desperadoed immediately. He did it immediately, so Reflect is not the way to go. I also tried actually using auto med. So what I did before is I actually farmed quite some remedies from the robots, and I now have actually a lot of, I do also have a lot of potions and stuff, but I did get a lot of remedies. So I thought maybe using the auto med ability would work, but after some research from what the base ability does, it doesn't work. I thought it would help against the sleep, the petrification, against the it would work against the silence, but nothing else. So that was also not a good way to go. I tried also guarding with Auron, that maybe he would take the magical attacks and the magical statuses from Seymour, but that was also not the case. Only thing that in my eyes did work was Shell for mitigating the damage. Now for the Meteor phase, something that I found could work was actually having prepping for that phase. We need to do a lot of chairs and have protect, because I found when I looked up what the Desperado move is in the vanilla game, of course, it actually counts how many buffs you have on, but it doesn't count protect. So you can have protect on everyone without it being affected by the Desperado. So before that phase starts, I need to cast protect, or maybe a mighty guard. We'll need to see on the front line, people with high HP that can just tank damage. And I will also need to have as many chairs as possible just to mitigate that damage and survive that phase. And also what I'm also expecting is that the haste on Seymour will just last 5 turns, just like it does for us. So he's not privileged having infinite haste. So that's something that motivates me. I know I'm talking a lot here, but a lot has happened since then. I'm just gonna start the runs really soon. I didn't change much in their equipment. What I do wanna say now is that I changed up the rune veil. I don't think it will. The SOS flow is too crippling. I just gave Titus a bump in HP, and Riku as well. I gave her much more HP. She can actually tank an attack from Seymour without shell, so that's actually good. That's what we want. And I also gave Oren as much HP as possible here, including Yuna as well. The Stoneproof's gone. The Stoneproof's not working, so that's also something I did. More HP for... I'm still doubting about Waka. I'm just gonna leave it on the SOS because maybe it will be helpful at some point, but it will count against the Desperado. So that's something that we just need to take into account. Now, while we're here, I am going to be very honest with everyone here. When I was trying out my tactics this week, I did some tries, and actually on Monday I actually successfully completed this fight. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I actually already beat Seymour Natus. I recorded it off screen, of course, but I already beat him. So I actually know what's coming, and I actually already know that some of these strategies actually work. So just to be very clear with you guys, that if I win in this stream, it will not be the first win. I already won against him just once. I tried it, I think, 2 times afterwards, and I didn't succeed. So, but I was able to beat him already 1 time. So if I don't beat him here, don't worry, I can still continue the run. I'm still able to do it. Thanks, Carifian. See, you were right, even before the first try. But let's see if I can do it again in this stream. Let's give it a couple of goes, and just to show you all how I was able to do it. So what I always did here is change Titus's weapon to the Brotherhood just for the extra strength boosts. And actually, after I beat Seymour, I found out that he has ward against the elements, but not against the water element. And maybe it's because of the Brotherhood actually. That he that it's a useful weapon in this fight. Okay. So so we just wanna 2 things we wanna do here is we want to tank Seymour's attacks. We want to tank them as much as possible, and we want to prepare for phase 2. Okay, so we need to shell everyone up. We're gonna shell Yuna first, because she will get one-shotted if she doesn't get shell on her. For some reason, he always targets Yuna. I think he has a grudge on her. I wonder why. Okay, so Lulu getting silenced is not ideal. Definitely not ideal, because we want her cheers. Okay, let's bring in, so we want to get rid of those statuses as soon as possible. So we want to bring someone in who can definitely tank an attack later, and someone who's very fast. That is Riku. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. So I'm gonna try to tank, focus with Lulu as much as possible. Like I'm trying to write this down as much as as possible, because Yuna, Titus, Lulu, Kimari, Oren, Waka, and Riku. Because you wanna remember who you did what to in the end. We cannot. That's something I'm really missing. Like, you cannot see how many focuses and how many cheers everyone has. I really wish that the game would like show that. So Riku has a focus, Yuna has 2 focuses, and Kimari has a focus. Okay, I'm just gonna try to keep that. Okay, so we want to also keep everyone healthy. Yuna cannot take second attack, maybe because of the extra focus, but we're not gonna take that chance. Something else is we also want Morty Body. That's great. That's great magic defense from Lulu. We want Morty Body to not be in sync with Seymour. So now you see in the next turns he's always in sync, but we want to avoid that actually. So we're gonna do a delay attack with Titus as soon as that's possible. But first here we want to get rid of the sleep. I have lots of remedies now. I know I used the attack action before in my previous live sessions, but now I have a lot of remedies because I farmed for them for automed, of course, but they come in handy now because I can just use them to get rid of any status, and it's also a faster attack, and our attack is coming up much quicker in this case. So I am going to bring in, I think, Titus first. Let's heal Lulu at this point, and then I'm going to shell. I'm going to shell Titus, I think. Lulu can take the damage for now, but Lulu will be in the front a lot. She will be the one. She will be the one who eventually will take very low damage from the magical attacks. So we will shell Titus as long as we have 3 people. Sorry, I'm gonna rephrase. As long as we have no more than 3 buffs at a time on in the front line, the Desperado will not happen. So that's a guarantee. That's actually a guarantee. If the ability didn't change in the Pbirdman mod, well, it did a little bit because I looked it up after I beat Seymour. Only Reflect has a boosted effect, which makes sense. But the rest is just 3 buffs is enough. More than 3 buffs will give a chance for Desperado. Okay, so like I said, let's keep our focuses going at this point. And we also need to track Seymour's attacks. We need to track definitely when the concrete is coming. So this is the water rock. That's fine. Look, we're tanking this damage. It's fine. And Shell will be on for 15 turns, so we need to keep track of it a little bit, or make sure we get to the second phase before that. But we need to buff up first. We need to get through this first little stage. Okay, so we have a small opening here where I'm going to talk to Seymour to make sure we have our damage up.
So, you too seek freedom from this painful life?
You talk too much, Seymour.
You talk too much, Seymour. You talk too damn much. Okay. So now we have 2 options. We either shell... Maybe I should have done the delay, but it's fine. Because we need to watch out here, actually. That's maybe a mistake. Because now Seymour will do the petrification. And he will do the concrete, and then Morty Body will shatter. We'll do an attack, and that might shatter me. So I didn't think about that. So that's why it's so important to desync their attacks. But maybe we're lucky here. I don't think I can do anything about it. I cannot get in between them. I don't think a weapon switch is faster. No, it's the same speed. So this is already a shot. But we need to also watch out for this petrification, because it will take away our buffs. So I'm gonna try to remove anyone with buffs and put in the tanky ones who don't have buffs, so that I have a lower chance of actually losing those buffs. So maybe it's a good point to heal up Titus here, so he has a high enough HP, because he will be in the front line anyway. So I'm gonna take out Titus. probably here. I'm gonna heal Titus here maybe. And then bring out Lulu as well. Oh no, she's provoked, I missed that. Oh, I didn't pay attention. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, now someone with a buff will be concreted. Oh no, Lulu didn't have a buff yet, so it's fine. And she was provoked, so maybe as long as she doesn't get shattered, there we go. So yeah, I need to pay attention here. I need to pay attention. Okay. So Titus is still buffed. Let's keep him in the front line. Let's make sure maybe Riku can have 2 goes as well. Yes, okay, so let's... Okay, let's just put a soft on Lulu. Don't use an Albed potion. Not yet, we're gonna need them in the end, but I'm still trying to be safe with my Albed potions. We do need to heal Auron in a second, but let's just take him out of the... Or we bring in Riku now? For the Albed potion now? No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the shatter didn't happen that much. It's like a 1 in 5 shot to get shattered. So, yeah, this is still the first try. Oh, maybe this won't go in the first... I won't get it in the first try, we'll see. Okay. I remember being attacked by Morty Body while petrified many times and it didn't happen, so maybe I just got lucky. Okay, but let's keep Titus in. We just need to heal Auron probably. So I'm just thinking what to do. So yeah, we also need to do a lot of some cheers here, so we do not die from the meteor in a minute. But we need to do this nice and slow at a steady pace. Not be hasty. Definitely not be hasty here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna heal Auron here and then switch Auron for Yuna and then do Shell. I think that's the play here. That alchemy from Riku is actually helped me so much. I don't know if it's like something that will drop always. Somewhere in the run. Okay, let's Shell Lulu. Riku just has 1 focus, but she should survive. No, let's put a shell on Riku, because I think Lulu will survive an attack. And then Morty Body, and then the one from Morty Body afterwards. I think... Yeah, she will. She will. It's like stuff like that you need to think about, always. So this first phase just takes the longest. It takes the longest, this first phase. Okay, it was on Riku. It was a good call. Silence on Yuna. Not ideal. Thunder. Yeah, the Morty Body Thunder. Doesn't mean anything. So now, that's why I took off the Rune Veil, because now in this case Riku would be slowed. In this case Riku would be slowed. So I'm gonna... Maybe this time is a good time to use an Albed Potion, get everyone back up, get rid of the silence. The Thunder is coming up with the Sleep. And we have another shot at focusing. Lulu already 4 focuses. Yuna as well. And that damage is really coming down. It is really coming down. And that's something that really, yeah... I said it already before in my compilation videos. You cannot underestimate the power of these abilities. Okay, so Riku is... we need to wake up Riku. So let's bring in our big... I'm just gonna check if he's shelled. I will do that regularly. He is. But we need to use a remedy on Riku. And then Morty Body will get its turn. But I still need like an opening for the delay attack. Himari can also do cheers, so... But we'll get to that later. Let's make sure everyone has some focuses and some shells to be protected from the onslaught that Seymour's bringing us. Okay, I forgot what I was gonna do. Yeah, Yuna and Shell on Lulu. Shell Lulu. Now this will have a huge effect. But now I need to watch out. With those 3 buffs, I cannot have any more. I cannot have any more. Maybe this is a good time to get a cheer in, maybe? Yuna might need some healing as well. Yeah, these are... Maybe I'll already get a cheer in. But it's only gonna be on Titus. But I'm gonna say Titus will be our main damage dealer. I also need to remind... Or maybe it's a good time to delay here. We want Morty Body desynced. Yeah, I think this is a good moment to do that. Desync Morty Body. We will survive another attack from Seymour. We were all shelled, so we'll get Focus and Lulu and Yuna are going to be at 5, so they will be with Shell at their highest defense. Yuna still has like a talk she can do to reduce it. I mean, to increase her magic defense a little bit. So that will also help. Okay. Okay, now this is problematic, eh? Lulu is provoked, and Titus is at low HP. But I think this way it... Oh, damn it. I think I'm gonna need to use an item here, so... Because you look here, if I do an Albet... Oh no, it also works. It's the same speed, I didn't know. Okay, so Lulu... So Riku's gonna have her turn before Lulu, so we're gonna heal everyone up first. Maybe not with a Mega Potion, maybe with a regular potion, just for Titus. Because the Albet Potion won't heal. It won't heal the Provoke on Lulu. So I think this is what we need to do. Man, talking and thinking is hard. Okay, I think this is the play here. I think this is the play here. Okay, Lulu's concreted so that Kate takes care of her provoke anyway. So, but she loses her buff, of course. So we need to reapply the... We're going to reapply the shell. What's her HP? Albet Potion better? No. Yeah, maybe for Riku. But all the rest are at high HP, so... Let's use a soft at this point. I hope everyone's doing okay on this Saturday morning. It's morning here at least. It's the weekend, and what better way to start off than with Final Fantasy X, Pbirdman Mod, and the Seymour Natus fight. It's a hard morning to digest, but we'll get there. Okay, I want to have some more focuses on Riku and Titus, but with Lulu not having shell, but I'll keep her in the front line. She can tank the damage anyway. So another one for Titus and Riku. That's good. So it's also important that they do not die. Because if they die, they lose all their cheers, their focuses. So we have to make sure that does not happen. And you might think I'm being safe, only having 3 buffs on. Like, I could add an extra one, a 4th one, but that would give Morty Body a 1 in 4 chance of doing a Desperado, and we do not want everyone debuffed. I really do not want that. Okay, let's get Lulu reshelled. You might think it might not be necessary to shell her, but I really do think it helps. It really, really helps. Okay, maybe it's now a good time to use that Albet Potion again. Just to get everyone's HP back to max. Slowly but steadily we're getting there, because it's a slow burn here in that first phase. Delicately taking those attacks and just trying to get to that stage where you can take the meteor attack. So if I do focus, it will only be on Riku. So maybe we can do something else here. So it's the Morty Body. I forgot which element we're on, actually. I forgot which element we're on. And maybe we can also try to do an attack here, or maybe start doing some cheers. I think that's the play here. Doing some cheers. I wish Waka were here, but just checking on Titus's, on everyone's shell thing. Okay, everyone is everyone's has shell, so we should all survive. All right, I'm gonna write the damage down. 2100. Previously, I thought the mark, I mean the phase 2 happened at 12,000, but I think it's at 15,000. Knowing his HP, I think it's at 15,000. Let's put maybe Waka in, because I want to start doing some aims. Because I definitely want to keep hitting him. And Waka can also tank an attack. He has high enough HP to tank an attack without any focus or shell. But we need to watch out for HP because yeah, he has 0 focuses at the moment. Maybe not 5 aims, but enough aims. Yeah, Yuna should get rid of the silence. Just checking HP. Can we... did he... Yeah. Waka's dangerous now. Or Rocket's dangerous now. He might not survive. So either I do the safe thing and heal him a little bit so he can take an attack. But I think he will survive. The problem is I cannot cast shell, so that's why you need to get rid of those statuses as fast as possible. Because you might get in trouble. I think I might actually need to do that. That's unfortunate, of course. Just checking to have a good amount of turns here afterwards. Who I should do this with? So I'm still don't know if Waka will survive. I think he will. It's not gonna be 2400, right? It's not gonna be 2400. Definitely not, right? Now I know at certain points in this battle this is gonna come up. I'm gonna need to take a chance. It's on Waka. It's on Waka. Oh, he took it. Whew. Jesus. There's that magic counter. There's that magic counter. So yeah, you see Waka's at very low HP. He will not survive another attack from Morty Body. So Sleep was accompanied with the Thundara. So now you see the water's coming up. So Waka is kind of useless here, but he does have now 2 extra buffs on, so we need to be careful here what we do. So let's bring back Lulu. Yeah, we need to get rid of Titus's Sleep ASAP. That's the first thing we need to do. That's a no-brainer. Maybe another cheer? No, I didn't attack right previous. No, let's do another cheer maybe? Get everyone cheered, but yeah, I want Waka here as well. But yeah, we don't have always that luxury to get what we want. Riku... Yeah, maybe let's... Riku focuses with Lulu. Yeah, Yuna's also completely focused, so... Yeah, we need to do something, right? So either I attack or I do a cheer. Because I think everyone has shell, right? Yeah, everyone has shell, everyone can survive. But maybe we should shell up Kimari as well, because he can do cheers as well. Now his armor is still... it actually looks quite okay, but I won't attack with him. So maybe I can just do a heal with him on someone. Yeah, let's do it on Riku. Hope I'm doing the good things here. So he should survive an attack from Woody Body, and then I just shell him as well. So everyone gets shelled, and Kumari can come in, do some cheers if he needs to. So the water attack is coming up. So I think I'm gonna start doing cheers here. First cheer Titus, it's also on Kimari and on Yuna. Just writing it down. Writing it down, that's what you should do. Provoke is on Kimari. I don't think his turn is up next. So that should be... No, his turn is up next. So he does low damage. Because... he's doing low damage because he has a thunder weapon and Seymour is resistant to the lightning. So hey Gyrus, yeah, I'm not sure if this is gonna work on the PS5. Yeah, but anyway, I'm doing this on a PS2 emulator with a ROM that I made from the disc, and then yeah. But hey, if you make it work, let me know. That would be the first time I would hear about it. Okay, where are we at? I think we're kind of low on health on Kimari and Yuna, but Kimari's provoked us, so we should get him out. The fire is coming up, and the concrete, so we want to get as much buffed people out. Waka will resist the fire, so that's good. But we have 4 shells on. We have 4 buffs on, so we might get desperated. So I'm not gonna bring Waka in. I am not bringing Waka in. I am not taking that chance to get Desperado and then the concrete. So yeah, I think we might heal up here. Anyway, let's bring in Oren. We don't want to lose our buffs. Yuna should still survive a magical attack. We have still 1 turn before Seymour, right? We still have 1 turn before the Seymour. Wonderful. So Kimari stays in. Yuna, yeah, she will barely survive an attack, I think. So yeah, I could already start like doing protect on Oren, but I think we're too far off the meteor, so I'm just gonna wait. So maybe we can just take her out. Bring in Waka. Now we have less than... now we have 3 buffs. The 2 dulls and Kimari's shell, so... should be good here. Maybe I should just do an aim. That will help. And everyone should survive the attack. And we have aim on Waka, Kimari, and Oren. Now even if Oren has aim, he has very difficult time hitting Seymour. A very difficult time. Okay, so the concrete is on Oren. That's actually good, because he doesn't have a buff on. So we bring back our shelled people. Remedy them. Maybe... no. Should I do an Albat? No. Yeah, I should do an Albat potion. Then we'll heal Kimari and get Oren healed and unpetrified. I want to bring Titus in again and start cheering again. Cheer on Titus, Oren, and Riku. So you see, when you get them desynced, the Shattering Claw will come after the petrification, so you'll still have a chance to get the soft on, get your party member unpetrified, so you can deal with that. Okay, we're going good, I think. I'm gonna bring Lulu back in. I just want to do an extra focus on everyone here. So on Riku and Titus, because Lulu already has 5. So Riku's at 4, Titus at 3. Hey, we're writing everything down. We're writing everything down. We are doing this proper. I'm even writing down how much damage I do, so I definitely want to do this. Like Carifian said in the chat first time. Let's try to do this. Let's try. Maybe Kimarian, some cheers, or Waka with some aims. But we need to make sure to survive the Blizzaga. Maybe do that with Yuna. Do we need to reshell Lulu? No, she's already shelled. Wonderful. That's actually wonderful. Let's bring Yuna and she can tank an attack, but so can Riku actually. So can Riku. So the delay attacking Morty body, very big deal. Look, I always get someone in between, or at least most of the times. Most of the times you can get someone in between and desync them, and that is a huge deal. Okay, maybe I should, I don't know whom I should heal. Maybe Titus, he's 600 off. Maybe there's something else I can do, huh? Maybe there's something else. I can steal some purifying salts from him. It's also a big deal, might be helpful. Might be a play here. Yeah, I have an opening, huh? Let's do this. Now I know you're all thinking it. I know you're all thinking it. Like, you're saying, well, Goran, why don't you use the purifying salt on Seymour when he's hasted in the phase 2? And I'm gonna say, I tried that. I definitely tried that, and it definitely backfired, so it doesn't work. So I'm just gonna steal it and keep it. Another good reason why I didn't have the Rune Veil on Titus, he is again in low HP, and low HP is not good. Lulu is silenced, so maybe I do want to get Waka in here as well, so maybe it's time to heal myself. Yeah, Lulu needs to get out of her silence as well. Yeah, I'm gonna heal up myself here. And maybe get another focus. No, focus here. The focus won't work. Focus is affected by silence, so. But look at me tanking that damage. So maybe look, using an item to desync the turns for Morty Body and Seymour here. See, just want to show it. So next turn, now they're synced, and just using the CTB, making a faster move, desyncs them. You don't want a high potion, you want an echo screen. It desyncs them. And that's what we want. We don't want them having back-to-back turns. I'm gonna do another focus here. It does help. Helps tremendously. So again on Riku and Titus. Riku is full. Titus is at 4. So I'm also thinking for when we get to the phase 2 about doing maybe a Mighty Guard, because, or a wall, just a regular Shell and Protect, not necessary, actually not Mighty Guard, not with the haste or the regen, because both the haste and the regen also count towards the Desperado, and then yeah, it will come immediately. So if I just do the it's called wall here, just the Mighty G or whatever it's called in the original game, I'll just have Shell and Protect. And the Protect won't count, so it will be 3 buffs in total. And then I won't get Desperadoed. Okay, I want to have Waka here. Now, I can't remember what's coming next. Because I want to do aim. I think it was the silence. No one slept, so... But I just need to watch out. Yeah. Yeah, with Waka you always need to watch out, because I want to do aim, but because he's in SOS, yeah, maybe this armor's not worth it. It's too high of a risk for getting Desperadoed on. But he will survive the Tandara, and maybe I should just switch out Titus with someone else, just to make sure I don't have more than 3 buffs in the front line. But I can do at least an aim on Lulu, Waka and Titus. It's on Waka. That's actually very nice. That's actually very... I love it when this happens. We take 0 damage. That's wonderful. And we have a magic counter. We have magic counter. So that... Why did... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that happened. Because Titus was in between the turns of Morty Body and Seymour. He couldn't take it. Because he was sleeping. And Waka died. So Waka has 0 aims. All of Waka's buffs are gone. He just had aims, so that's fine. Actually, he has high accuracy, but that means we're in a little bit of trouble. Or not. I think it's fine, but this is stuff you need to avoid. Okay, so we just bring back Titus. That's important. Because I think if we bring back Waka, he will not have a turn. Let's bring back Titus. Remedy? Yeah. Okay, so that was a little boo-boo of me. I shouldn't have done the aim. And yeah, Waka with the low HP. It's so dangerous. Oh. So dangerous. But look at how Lulu is tanking that damage. Okay, so Titus provoked, so he gets his turn. 2,300, that's so much damage. Okay, so now Titus is getting concreted. So this is dangerous. This is so dangerous. We have 2 people down. When someone dies, it's very, very dangerous. So next up is Silence and Blizzard. So at least... So I think I'm gonna use Soft first on Titus. Maybe he'll get back first. So we need to recuperate from this. So Titus has lost his shell as well. So we need to watch out for that. But he can get Waka back up with a Phoenix down, but he also doesn't have shell. And Waka's HP is an even number, so he won't go in SOS. That's also unfortunate. So we need to find a way to take the next attack, maybe with someone who has shell. So maybe let's go with Kimari. And let's bring back Waka first. Yeah, we need to bring him back. He has to come back eventually, so let's hope he gets a turn. Does not, but let's bring in Yuna so we can give him shell. And that will help. And then I think we're back on track. So that's like a little thing we need to overcome here. Here's on Waka, please tank it! Ooh. And if Morty Body is desynced, I didn't check. Magic counter. Okay, that's good. 847. We need to watch out because we're getting quite close. So we're halfway already to phase 2. But yeah, maybe next time I'll get rid of the null. Because now I need to take away Kimari. Because we have 5 buffs on. We have 5 buffs on, 3 shells, and 2 nulls. So we need to get someone in with... I'm just gonna check. Okay, we just have the silence on you now. Okay, so that's fine. We need to actually bring someone in with no buffs. And then still we have a 25% chance Desperado will come. That's gonna be Oren. I think I might, unless I heal Waka with an X potion actually. What if I heal Waka with an X potion? Or a Mega potion? Let's see who has very low HP. Lulu. Maybe we should use a Mega potion. Maybe just an Albat potion with Riku. I think that's the play here. Get rid of the nulls like this. I'm a genius. I'm a genius, right? Okay, we're going good. We're going actually... It's actually not going that bad. But Waka has lost everything, so maybe we should start getting it back on because he can miss. He has the potential to miss an attack. So we need to watch out for that. Titus lost all his buffs, so maybe we should get him back in. Yeah, he lost shell, right? So maybe we should get him back in, get him cheered. So that he can do some damage, and then Yuna can re-shell him. And then he should be able to take another attack, because he has just 1 focus away from having 5. Or he heals himself. Maybe it's better to just heal himself. Yeah, let's take the safe route, right? Yeah, sometimes... Yeah, thanks, Garifian. There's a lot to think about in this battle, and sometimes I just miss these kinds of things. Okay, let's shell Titus again. Get him nice and buffed up. Yeah, I'm already thinking about if the shell is gonna wear off. I'm already thinking about that. Okay, we need to get Titus awake. Maybe we can do that with someone else who we want cheers on. So maybe Waka. Waka. He doesn't have shell, right? No, he does. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we applied shell on him. So let's get the aims back on. No. We need to wake... Damn it. We need to wake Titus. Phew. Wakey. So next is the provoke from Seymour. Let's do a cheer. Let's do cheers on Waka and Titus. And Yuna. Here we're nicely tanking that damage. Maybe now we should do some aims. Yes, let's do it. We have some wiggle room here, right? Okay, new cheers for aims for Waka. Titus already his third aim. Should we do a cheer again? Because only the provoke is coming up and the water, and we should be able to survive that. So let's do it. Cheer. Titus 4, Waka 2nd. So our damage is already going up. So I'm not really focusing on cheering Oren because he has many difficulties hitting. And when I was eventually able to beat him, it was Titus. He was our boy. He was doing the damage because in the last... Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything here. You'll see the last phase. Okay, let's continue. So everyone has shell. I'm just gonna check everyone has shell. That's good. Maybe start doing some protects. I don't know. Or maybe we come in with Kimari and do some cheers. Because he also has shell, right? He also has shell. Just double checking. Yeah. Let's do a cheer with Kimari. Kimari, Titus and Waka. Another cheer. Titus is at full. Waka's at 3, Kimari 2, but Kimari is not going to do the attacks here. He might do some in the final stage, but not here. Everything right now is leading up to that meteor phase, so we really need to watch out for that. Okay, Kimari is provoked, which is not good. Not good. I think we can just... I want to have someone... But we still have Titus in between, right? Do we want another aim? Or do we solve the provoke? Maybe we should solve the provoke first, so we don't get checkmated like we were before, right? Remedy on Kimari. Maybe I should do that with Riku, right? She's faster. Maybe I can squeeze in between the next turn? No, it doesn't matter. It no matter. I am glad I farmed all these remedies, actually. I think that's maybe what Pbirdman also was doing here. I don't know if you could steal remedies in the original game, but they do help. And I know I lost a lot in Bikanel fighting the Sandragoras, and I'm really happy I have a lot of resources now, so really happy about that. Everyone has shell. What is coming up, actually? The fire up. So we want unbuffed people in the fronts, so we have a higher chance of not losing them. We can... I think in this case we should do something fast, like heal Waka maybe at this point, and then we can get Kimari out. I don't know who... I think everyone's buffed, except for Oren. So yeah, someone, yeah, we only have a 1 out of 3 chance no one will lose their buffs. But maybe we can haste Ornn, right? We can, that can maybe like be the only buff he has. Who would be the least important? I think Riku is our best shot in tanking a magical attack unbuffed. So I think Riku is our best shot. Okay, already added 45 minutes to an hour? Okay. Yeah, this is a long fight. Just building up to the phase 2. I really want to do it proper, because otherwise I need to restart all over. So I'm doing this proper. I forgot what I was doing. Okay, so yeah, the concrete is coming up. He is shelled, right? Yeah, I think everyone's shelled. Yeah, but for Riku, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. So we will tank the damage, and someone will get concreted, and then we will get another turn. I'll just get Riku back to a good amount of HP. So that we keep everyone nice and healthy. Keep everyone healthy. That's something I learned from since Spawn GUI. Keep everyone healthy. So on Waka, that's actually not too bad. That's actually not too bad. He's definitely one who can tank that damage. Do you want an Albat potion? Maybe it's a waste. It's a waste, maybe. Too late, Mordibai, you're too late! I already got de-petrified. Okay, so Lulu's still quite low. But I want to get P-Birds in, I want those cheers in. But we need to watch out, Waka is not shelled. So do we want shell on Waka? Maybe we do. Let's just be safe here. It lasts until the petrification move, right? Good. What can we do now? Maybe we should like heal up. Let's bring in Lulu and just maybe you'll use a Mega Potion here to get everyone's HP back up to full. Yeah, we have 20. I think we can do this. We will need some more during the meteor phase, probably. I'm just thinking if it's necessary, maybe not. We can all tank the damage, right? We all have shell. Maybe just a potion is enough. I think she can even withstand the attack without the potion. Yeah. Like I said, we want to keep everyone healthy. Zara and Silence. Of course, it's on Yuna or Lulu. It's on Lulu, I think. That's okay. I think we have had many focuses on her for now, so maybe I'll just use an Albat potion now. Get Lulu, especially Riku and Yuna back to full health and get rid of the Silence. I'm not sure when we will be able to get more Albat potions, so... But I don't want to be stingy with everything, because it has... Look at that damage reduction. I love seeing that. Everyone is shelled, right? Yeah, this is actually going very good, but I don't want to say it too loud, because that's the point where everything goes wrong. So maybe we should come back with P-Birdus. I'm gonna get him nice and healthy again, so he can tank enough damage. Maybe we should get Waka here now. I think we're getting close to prepping for the meteor, but we still need to watch out that the shell doesn't wear off. It only lasts 15 turns, so we need to watch out. However, I'm reapplying it, of course, but I'm not always... I'm not counting when I reapply it and who has it on and how many turns. That's too complicated. Waka, Tidus and Riku have an extra aim, so Tidus is at 4, Waka at 2, yeah, Riku is her first. It's her first aim. She got aim for the first time. Okay, maybe bring back Kimari and cheers. Maybe some extra cheers to tank that. Yeah, I've always forget to But Oren, he also needs to get enough cheers actually, and he already has none. So I need to. He only has one, so I need to make sure Oren gets cheers as well. Because that will be important. It was the silence, so now the sleep is coming up. I'm gonna put Oren in because I know he's gonna need some cheers. So let's bring him in. I think doing potion on someone, just doing something helpful here, I think will be the best call. Just something. Thundara. It's on Waka, I think. Oh no, on Oren. Tanking that damage. Okay. Oh, damn it. Yeah, applying those cheers with Oren in it is not gonna be easy. Okay, so if I switch out Titus for someone else to get up Waka, Waka already has 3 cheers, right? But we need to wake him up. Let's bring in... I don't think it really matters. Someone fast. Someone quick. And then we bring Titus back in and start doing cheers. And then Oren needs to heal himself. Damn Titus, just double checking shells. Okay, just Oren doesn't have shell. He should survive anything that Morty Body does. So maybe time to get some cheers in for Oren as well. Cheer on. Yeah, Titus is full. Riku. Oren gets his second cheer. Oren gets his second cheer. So we're building up the cheers just to tank that damage. Okay, I have 2 choices now. I think so. It's the water. So his Watch Rust comic. So I have 2 choices. I either leave Oren in, use an X potion, which is a very steep cost, but hey, I have him for a reason. Or I switch Oren out, but it will be more difficult to get him back in afterwards. So maybe I should just use it, tank the damage if it's on him, and we'll see where the concrete will be on. Yeah, difficult choice. Yeah, I think I might do... Yeah, maybe it's not a good call to leave him in. Because I want to... checking Wakas. Okay, he has shell, so we will lose a lot of buffs. No, I'm just gonna leave him in, and maybe just do the X potion. Maybe it's not the best call. I don't know, but I don't wanna think about every. Oh no, it was first the Watcher. Oh, it's fine. Riku provoked. I think her turn's next. Yeah, that's a waste of a turn. It's a waste of a turn. We should get rid of provoke. How come Riku's turn is so far off? So either so maybe get rid of Riku's provoke. Do I get a cheer in and then heal Oren again? That might work, right? So to get an extra cheer in? That might work, right? Right? Okay, do I get an extra cheer in and then heal Oren? Yeah, I think that's the play here. An extra cheer on Oren. It's already full, Riku's well. Now we have 3 cheers on Oren and Waka and full cheers on Titus. We're going good here. We are going good. Maybe a regular high potion will be enough now. It should. It should. Now maybe also good to know if they get petrified, they lose their buffs, but they do not lose the cheers or the focuses. On Oren? Yes. Wow, that couldn't have gone any better. That could not have gone any better. And maybe it's a good time to use an Albet potion here. Get everyone back to full health. That could not have gone any better. Okay, I want to get Waka back in because we are getting close to doing Protect. Now, I have two ways of doing this. I could either do a Mighty Guard or a wall, let's say, using a soft and a lunar or a light curtain, I don't know. And then we could... or we could do Protect with Yuna. Now, the Mighty Guard will just not waste. We will just use up Riku's Overdrive. And then Riku will have Shell and Protect as well. She already has Shell, but maybe the extra Protect on Riku will be nice because I want Auron, Waka, and Tidus in the front line. They will be the ones tanking that meteor phase. And then maybe Riku as a backup if things go really south. So maybe having a Mighty Guard by Riku is the play here. Now the concrete phase is gone. So that is the perfect time to do this, because I will not lose my buffs as long as I do not die. But we need to be careful. Always need to be careful. So how are we going to do this? So Riku's turn is up next. I'm going to leave Tidus in. I might do another cheer maybe, just to have Auron at 4. Even more tanking that damage. And then maybe this is the time to do the Mighty Guard with Riku. Now this will not have an effect on the Morty Body counter because only Shell will recount it and not the Protect. Now I just need to grab my cheat sheet, if you hear me rummaging. It's me grabbing my Riku Overdrive cheat sheet. Right, here it is. So I just want to make sure I mix the right things, that I only have Cheer and Protect. I mean Shell and Protect. So I need a Antidote and a Lunar Curtain or a soft... or just an Antidote and a Lunar Curtain, a Light Curtain? Okay. Just an Antidote. And that should get Protect on Tidus and Auron. That's the plan here. However, it will set Riku's turn back a lot, but I think we can manage, because then it's Auron. We can switch around with Waka, maybe, so that eventually Yuna can cast Shell on him. So I think we're good here. So I'm gonna mix an Antidote. So I hope I'm doing it correctly. I just hope I'm doing it correctly. Maybe I should. I'm paranoid. Maybe I'll just put in a save state if I mix the wrong things. So excuse me for putting in a save state. If I just to make sure I don't mix the wrong stuff, but it should be okay. Oh, come on, where is that Antidote? I already selected it. And a Lunar or a Light Curtain. I don't think it matters. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I have 5 of both. That will give everyone Shell Protect. That's it. So it's called Wall. Maybe it's also in the original game. I don't know actually. Because I know Pbirdman renamed some of these overdrives. So we're good here. So and normally, I also checked it in the readme after I beat Seymour Protect. So it doesn't say anything that he counts Protect as well, or it has some added bonus. No. Now the Desperado move still should not be in effect. Let's bring Waka in, because we want to have Protect on him as well. And maybe also some extra cheers, if possible. But also take into account that we still need to do actually some damage to Seymour. But that should actually go quite quickly, to be honest. What should I do here? Does he have Shell? Checking? He does, so he should be able to survive this next attack, and it's just with Blizzara and Silence, so that should not be that bad. Silence is at full aim, Waka at 3. So this is on Riku. Nice. Silence on Waka. That's great. I think we're okay with the aims. I think we're okay. So maybe we should get maybe another cheer with Waka, maybe, just to get him as high as possible. Or maybe we can do that with Kimari. Then we just need to be very careful. We don't overdo it. We overplay our hand. Because if the concrete's coming back, we don't want any of our boys in the front line or they will lose their protect. So maybe I did it too early. I actually did it too early. A little bit too early. Let's see where we get. I can still go back to that save state. So this live stream is just to show you how I did it. So let's not restart the fight entirely because we're already at it for an hour. So let's see where we get. Let's see where we get. We're not gonna overplay our hand here as well. So Morty Body's coming up. And we want... Yeah, let's just do some extra cheers here, especially for Waka. He has 4. If Oren and Waka have just one more, we're at 5. And then with Protect on Waka, we are ready to go. We are ready to go. And then we will have, I think, the best case scenario. Okay, we have another turn here. What can we do with it? Maybe we should start doing damage with Waka. Maybe that's a good play here. Because everyone will survive an attack, right? Yeah, and then maybe come in with Yuna and start protecting Waka. Okay, let's see how... So let's... The damage from the cheers is already significant. So we're already at like almost 9,000. So we're actually 2 attacks from... Or 2 or 3 attacks away from getting there, actually. So we start doing a protect on our boy Waka. And then the Thundara's coming. And the Thundara and the sleep. And we should be able to solve the sleep. So it should be fine. Should be fine. And then maybe I'll just use a Mega Potion to heal everyone up, or yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we manage. Watch out. 1200. So we're at 10,000, more or less. We're at 10,000. Oh, I don't... Oh, man, that's stupid. Stupid. Null Shock and Null Blaze. But we can get rid of it. However, Riku's... so we can just... We need to be careful here. Remedy Riku, and then Riku with the Albet Potion. That should do nicely, healing everyone. Then we can get rid of Yuna. She can go back to the back line, where she is safe. Let's bring back Tidus. I can get the final cheer on Waka, but not on Auron. So maybe we can just do an attack, but we need to watch out that we need Auron in the front line when the final hit happens. But I think if I hit with Tidus, yeah, it can always be a crit. It can always be a crit, so we need to watch out. We need to time this perfectly, so maybe a final cheer with Tidus just so that we don't overplay our hand here. But the water and the provoke is coming up, and we want to do this before the concrete happens again. But I think we should be fine here. So we have our last cheer on Waka. He should be tanking the maximum amount of damage. And that is if he's not defending, because the defending will also halve that damage. But of course we need to attack as well if we want to do damage. Okay, so that's what I'm always afraid of. 1263, so we're already at 12,600. One attack from Tidus, I think, and we're there. And we're there. So let's bring in Auron. And I think we're very close. I think we're very close to the next stage. So as you can see, all the boys have Protect. Waka is still provoked, so we need to actually take care of that first. And yeah, the concrete is coming up next, actually. So maybe we should let that turn pass. We don't want them in the front line. So that's what I mean, that we need to time this perfectly, but yeah, we don't want to lose our Protects. So someone will lose their Protect unless I do enough damage now. But that's difficult. Yeah, I'm in a difficult situation now. We want to get rid of the provoke. Maybe we should take the concrete attack. But yeah, Waka, if it's on Waka, then he loses his buff. So we're gonna need to take that chance. That's what this fight is all about. We can reapply the Protect. It's gonna be fine. But now we want to survive the concrete attack and the Fyra. So what are we gonna do here? Maybe some healing. Get everyone healed up. Let's do it on Riku. No, 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 no. Remedy, remedy, remedy. A remedy, I think. Yeah. And let's get maybe Tidus out. With someone else. I think the one who can is the most. I want that the shell won't be that important to have on is Kimari. So I think that's a good play. He still has shell on, right? Yes, yes, yes. But Riku has Protect as well. So, but yeah, the Protect might not be that important for her. But I think that's the best call here. Maybe he can just attack, do some extra damage. Just do some extra damage, but yeah, it won't be that significant. He will lose a turn. Yeah, let's just make him use a potion on Riku, maybe. Yeah. So let's get through this, and let's hope the concrete is not on Waka. Please pray with me that the concrete is not on Waka. Okay, so it's okay. It's still chance it's on Waka. Let's hope it's on. Oh, for flip's sake! That's like the worst that could happen. Like the worst that could happen. It's unfortunate, but we'll live through it. It's fine, we'll live through it. Now we just need to reapply Protect on Waka. Oh, yeah, but we cannot do it if Waka's not in the front line. But we're close to the... Yeah, we don't want to imagine... If there's another magic attack on Waka, then we might switch to the next stage. So maybe heal up Kimari here. You want Waka at full health as well, right? Then switch Kimari out, but yeah, if we're in the last phase, we want everyone at high health. Oh yeah, does it really matter? I don't know. Okay, white magic. Protect. Protect. So Waka doesn't have shells, we can't forget that. Can't forget that, but Riku might apply a Lunar Curtain here. Or we do shell first, and then Protect. Let's be safe here, let's be safe here. I don't want to go back to the safe state to wait for the Mighty Guard. We can do this, we can solve this. And then we can still tank an attack. So maybe we can get already our boys in the front line. And maybe heal, tie this up already. Because we're close, we're very close. No, maybe not use a Mega Potion, but... Yeah, we just want to heal everyone up. Phew, oh, this is tense. This first phase takes a long time because we want to time it perfectly. We want to time this perfectly. Good call that I costed Shell on Kimari, but yeah, the silence on Yuna is again unfortunate. Oh! Oh, we're one hit away. We're one hit away. We're one hit away. You want to time this perfectly, right? Okay. Okay, let's think here. I want everyone at full health before we go in. So maybe the Waka's the last one to come in and then do a Mega Potion or something. I want Oren to do the Echo Screen. Yeah, but we want Protect on Waka, so he needs to stay in. So he needs to be healed. We don't want a Desperado. Or maybe Riku can do an Albet Potion. But then what do we do with Waka? Echo Screen on Yuna. Morty Body's turn is not coming up yet, so when we do the Albet Potion, or the Albet Potion, yeah, I did that wrong. I used two tactics at the same time. Okay, Waka still needs to be healed, but you also want Protect. Let's just use a high potion here. We'll see how we'll get it in the end, and then use Protect on Waka. We'll get there eventually. We also want to try that when we get Seymour to that HP mark, that he doesn't have a turn immediately afterwards. So let's take the Sleep and the Tandara maybe still. So yeah, Yuna's turn needs to come up, but that's so late in the turn order. But then, yeah, still the concrete hasn't come yet. Yeah, I want to time that much better here. Yeah, maybe just use a potion on myself. Maybe I want to do this too perfectly, yeah, and it's just not possible to do it perfectly. Sleep on Waka, I think. Not his turn normally. Yeah, we still need to take 2 attacks. Let's just make sure our turns are nice and quick. Let's heal Yuna here. No, we wanna remedy Waka. And then maybe heal Yuna here so that we get quick turns, so that when the time comes that we're ready. If I can switch out Yuna with Auron, then the time has come. So this is it. This is our front line. This is what we want. This is what we want. We want 3 frontliners with Protect. The shell doesn't matter at this point. 3 frontliners with Protect. And now all we need to do is tick down Seymour's health. I think he's 1 attack from Titus away. However, if it's with Auron, it's better because he will cast haste immediately. And he will immediately get his turn. So if Auron misses in this case, then we will need to see. We either take another magical attack with Titus, because him doing haste and then immediately coming with the meteor might be dangerous. So yeah, I'm gonna take a very, very, very quick bathroom break. I will be back as soon as I can. It will be less than a minute. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. See, I'm back already. Let's do this. Okay, let's see. I don't think I forgot anything. Let's see. If Auron hits, then we're there. Maybe we're not at full health, but it should help. Let's see. We gonna hit? Oh, we're not there yet. Okay, I thought we would have been there. Okay, now the question is, do we trigger it? Or do we still take 1 more magic attack? But we need to... I think we're just gonna need to do it. Let me just put in a save state so I can come back to this point just to show you if it wasn't the optimal choice, that we can still do it. Okay, just take maybe this one. Okay, we'll see. Normally I think this should be it. This should be it. This should be the next phase of the fight. There we go. Phase 2. He's gonna do the meteor immediately. And now let's see how well we can tank that damage. Look at that tanking, everyone! Look at that tanking! They almost took they took only 500-ish damage, 500-ish damage. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Okay, now Seymour's hasted. Look at him being all buffed and yelling and stuff. I hope it's not a glitch. But look at him being hasted. Okay, so check out the turn. Check the turn orders. It's not that bad, but now I need to do two things. I need to remain at high enough HP, and I also need to do enough damage to go to the next phase. So what I was thinking of doing is I will unleash all my overdrives at this point. No, all my overdrives will now, so from Tidus and Oran will go on Seymour. The one from Waka won't do that much damage, maybe with the water element, but I haven't tried, so I won't try. So what I will do now is I actually just need to survive this phase, so I will just use Mega Potions to heal and tank the attacks and do my overdrives with Oran and Tidus. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think that's the best play here. What I could also do is maybe attack now with Waka and do the potion afterwards. Can I take 2 meters? No, let's not take a chance. And also the good thing is that Seymour's haste will wear off. Seymour's haste will wear off in the end. So I will need to survive this for 5 turns to have an adequate amount of regular turns back. So that's the second one. However, this is deadly because this attack will reduce my amount of turns with Protect. So my Protect will wear off quickly if I get enough attacks from the Morty Body. However, like I said, we need to unleash our overdrives on Seymour at this point to get to the next phase as fast as possible. Okay, so let's do this spiral cut. Hopefully I'll get it first try. So again, I think doing 15,000 damage is the key here. The key number, 7,500. That's insane. Okay, again, do I need to use my Mega Potions? Or do I just need to use my High Potions? That's a question that remains open. I think we can survive another Meteor without the Mega Potion. It's the previous run I didn't have 5 cheers, but now having the 5 cheers, look at that attack. It's crazy. It's crazy. But because the attacks from the Morty Body will take away the amount of turns you have Protect. It's gonna be yes, he misses. That's actually wonderful. That's actually perfect. Actually perfect. So also with Oran, I'm gonna do the Shooting Star just to damage Seymour as best as I can, unleashing everything just to get him to that final stage. Okay, let's do this. Booyah! 3,000. Yeah, he didn't do the talk. He didn't do the talky talk, so that's why it's reduced. So that's one little mistake I did. Okay, another Meteor's coming up, but I think a High Potion on Waka and then we'll survive, right? Then Tidus can do another attack, but it's risky. Maybe I should use another Mega Potion here. Maybe I should use another Mega Potion here just to be safe. But I think I can survive another one, right? No, no, look. For some reason, Tidus and Waka's Protect is gone. So now we're only relying on the cheers. I don't know how that... I think the Meteor also reduces the Protect status. I think it also does. Good thing I checked. Yeah. Mega Potion, definitely. And now only the cheers help us mitigating that damage. Only the cheers will help us here. At least for Tidus and Waka. So let's see that damage now. I think it's just double, right? Yeah. See, it's much higher, so if there's 2 Meteors in a row, we're screwed. But his Protect will wear off soon. So yeah, here it's difficult. I need to heal. I need to heal. So again, another Mega Potion. We just need to survive those... we need to survive those meteors. And if we need a buttload of Mega Potions, then that's the case. Now you could also think an Albet Potion with Riku in the front line. That technically can work, but I don't know how Riku will survive this stage. In this phase of the fight, so... And if someone dies here, yeah, you're screwed. I think he's still... Yeah, he's still hasted. But again, another Mega Potion, maybe. Or maybe I can try with Riku, right? She also has Protect on. She also has Protect on, right? Maybe that's a bold move I just need to take. Yeah, that's just a bold move I'm gonna need to take. She doesn't have Cheers as well, but she does have Protect. And I hope, yeah, I hope she doesn't take a lot of damage. This is a risk. This is a risk, everyone. This is a risk. Because I haven't tested Riku in the front line with Protect and no Cheers. Oh, she does have Cheers, right? Oh, she has 4. Oh. That's why I wrote it down. Okay, physical attacks. We want to go to that next stage. There we go. The Flare stage. That's why we still have the shell on. And you might think this is a problem, but it actually isn't. If you're at this stage, then actually this phase is actually not that hard. He just does 1 flare, and the Morty Body does the Curaga. Oh, I mean the Cura. So as long as you're doing a lot of damage at this stage, you should be fine. You should be fine. As long as you have shell on also. I think Waka is debuffed full. No, he still has the shell. Okay. However, don't forget the Desperado is still in effect. It's still in effect. So don't forget that. But a flare on I think any character without shell is an auto kill. This is an auto kill. So let's see if everyone has shell actually. Only Tidus. So let's give Tidus shell. I'm not really worried about Morty Body healing Seymour. It's fine. He's not gonna do the meteor again. Normally. No, he's still gonna remain in flare, and his haste is gone. Look, his haste has gone, and we can tank the flares as long as we have shell. And as long as Tidus doesn't die, we will be able to take advantage of the cheers he still has to get that damage as high as possible. So it's looking very, very good here, to be honest. Just want to check the shell status. Everyone has shell, so yeah. Let's just use the Albet Potion. So you might think we're gonna go all out here, or cast Reflect, or Haste, but I wouldn't do that. Just take it easy. Take it slow. You got this. Seymour only does one thing. And maybe even Arn can hit him. No, let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. The damage output from Tidus should be more than sufficient. And actually Waka as well. But let's heal him up so we don't get Desperadoed on. I keep forgetting if he has shell. He does, but he needs to get healed. So it's looking good here. It's looking good. It's looked like I'm getting that first try after all, Coryphean. Looks like it. Took me almost 2 hours, but looks like it. Yeah, that haste being gone is making all the difference here. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Just making sure I don't make any stupid mistakes. Like not healing everyone up. But it looks like Seymour's going down. I even might try another steal. I even might try another steal. If Riku still has flare, shells, she does, right? Yeah. Maybe I'll get another... Can I steal something from Morty Body? I'm just gonna have a quick sneak peek. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to look in the book. Let's try another steal from Seymour, right? Let's try steal another Purifying Salt. They're so rare. Ah, damn it. Hey, I tried, right? I tried. We're getting there. We're very close. We're very close. Okay, let's see. Maybe Oren can take it home, right? Maybe Kimari should do it. No, he has a wrong weapon. Let's bring in Waka. He does more damage than Oren. Or he at least will hit. Maybe this is it. No, not yet. Not yet. But we're close. Yeah, you can keep healing Morty Body. It is not going to work. It is not going to work. So overcoming this phase is actually not that hard. If you can overcome the first phase and the second phase, then this phase is just... You're just passively already protected from this phase. So we're actually gonna make it. We're actually gonna make it, I think. We're doing much more damage than Seymour can heal. We actually still have a free steal again. Just checking if I still have shell. Yep. Ah, come on. I want that purifying salt. Ooh, Waka didn't have shell anymore. Oh, oh. That was close. That was close. But maybe this is it, guys. No, not yet. Come on. We're so close. We're so close. So I can still attack with Waka and then Riku can heal him. This is it, guys. We got him. We got him. We did it. First try. We did it. God damn it. We did it. First try. I'm so happy I was able to do it. So happy. There he goes. So just to show you the tactics or the thing that I used really worked. Just to show you what you need to do to be able to beat this very tough foe. Now the weapon drop I got here is not that tremendous. I think in the drop I got was a lightning strike weapon with Tidus. So that's actually a little bit more useful. However, in my previous run, I did not have I did not steal the purifying salt. So that's the only difference. But yeah, I can still think about which run I take. But we did it, guys. We did it.
We escaped with our skins intact, but Yuna lost something. I could already tell her faith was shaken.
Thanks, Griffian.
Yevon had betrayed her.
First time, just like you said.
I felt like I should do or say something, anything. But nothing came. I was just as lost as she was. And then...
Yeah, you did, Cariffian, well, and you should join me next time when in the live stream when I'm fighting Seymour Flux, and then you'll also tell me I'll do it first time, and then it will definitely happen.
Yuna,
because you should have said something in the first stream. I would have definitely gotten it.
Of course.
But this fight takes a long time. It takes a long time. This fight. Such a long time, like almost 2 hours. I think on Monday I did it in less than an hour, but here, because I just wanted to be very careful in what I wanted to do to prep for this fight, I took a little bit longer, made all the safe moves. Let's say I made all the safe moves, and then yeah, I was able to actually overcome that meteor phase quite easily. But I still think that the meteor attack removes your provoke. I'm gonna check. Yeah, I don't want to check like the meteor attack. I think it's the same one as the Behemoth King, probably. It's the same kind of attack. So if I wanted to know if that decreases your amount of turns you have protect, I need to check it out, but I don't want to get spoiled too much, so I need to be very careful when searching that. But probably that's the case. But having enough Mega Potions, and yeah, the Albet Potions also helped actually, so maybe I didn't need to waste all those Mega Potions. But hey, we got it. I still think I have, yeah, only used 3. That's fine, and we finally did it. And I hope you enjoyed the stream, that you enjoyed seeing me beating Seymour Natus live again, but I actually did it here on a live stream, and I'm happy I did it. And I think I'm gonna leave it here. I think this is the halfway point of the game, and I think this Seymour Natus fight is like a rite of passage. You need to go through to be able to take on the next part of the game, because I saw in the readme that boss fight wise, so in terms of boss fights, a difficulty spike is coming up now, like starting the Calm Land, so the next boss, Defender X, will be a much more tougher boss. Hey sweet, you just missed it. You can watch back if you want to, but you just missed it. I just was able to beat Seymour Natus. So hey sweet, thanks for joining, thanks for saying hi, I appreciate it. But I was just saying, beating Seymour Natus, a big rite of passage to the next game. I was able to beat him, so I'm ready for the next part of the game. But unfortunately, I will leave the stream now. I thank you all for joining, thank you all for saying hi. And I really hope, so Seymour Flux, I'm gonna do a live stream again next time. Maybe I'll do it like this, maybe I'll just do another live stream the first time, and maybe I try to beat him on my own time off stream, and then when I finally beat him, I maybe do a next stream and a second stream to show you how I did it, if that works. Yeah, I think indeed these will be the toughest fights. Those are indeed the fights that I found the toughest up until now, and I'll definitely talk about this fight particularly later in the second video. So yeah, much to look forward to. Actually, Seymour Flux is not that far away. So we have Defender X. Maybe I'll do the Cavern of the Stolen Fate, but then it's just Mount Gagazet and we're there again. So Seymour Flux is not that far away. It's just 2, if you count Biran and Yankee, maybe 3 boss fights away. So actually not that far. But I will leave it here. Now finally I will leave it here. I will stop talking. Please enjoy your weekend, enjoy your Saturday, and I'm not kidding you, the sun is shining. It was raining like hell this morning, and now the sun is shining, so it's gonna be a good day. I'm feeling good, I'm happy I got to show you this. I enjoyed this fight so much. I'm actually gonna keep my saved game, so I can just like do this sometimes when I'm just feeling like it, because it's such a fun fight to do. And I really enjoyed it, and I'm really gonna talk about it again in a separate video about my boss battles. And I will leave you now for real. I'm gonna stop talking. Please enjoy your Saturday. I'm happy if you enjoyed the stream. Please like, subscribe, drop a like, drop a comment if you want to add something to this fight. I appreciate. Shout out to Carifian, Jarius, and Sweet for joining me in this fight, or for at least a little bit. I appreciate it, and I hope I can see you guys again very soon. Take care, all. Bye bye.